Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiawna, or just T for short. This is week 8 of my weight loss journey. It's time for my weekly weigh-in. What I did for this past week in terms of exercise, I went to the gym every day, Monday through Friday on my lunch break. Oh, I feel all sweaty. I just got out of the shower and got dressed for work, and I always am sweaty right after. It's weird. Anyway, so I went to the gym. I have my little, let me show you. I have one of these at work and at home. This is my home calendar, and I just put an X on every day that I go to the gym. So this is for the month of February. I'm being pretty consistent so far. I mean, there's only been 1 week in February, but I did go, actually I didn't go Monday. I went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday I ran a 10K, so that's 5 days in a row. So Saturday was my second 10K race that I ran this year, and my last for this year. I committed to 2 different groups of friends, and you know, once you pay, that's the whole reason I do this. Once you pay for the race, you're forced to do it because you paid for it. They're like $60 each, some are more. So I did do this one. It was at the San Leandro Marina. It's one I've been doing for the last few years with the same group of friends. This year, only 2 of us did it, though normally there's a group of 4. And it was just Isela and I, my friend from work, the one I go to my lunch workouts every day with. So we ran the 10K. Well, she ran most of it. I walked all of it. And I came in, my time I believe was 1 hour and 35 minutes after we got our official times yesterday online. So 1 hour and 35 minutes for 6.2 miles. It's exercise. Burned a lot of calories. I got like almost 20,000 steps on my Fitbit that day. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. Glad it's over. I don't know what it is. I wish I were a true runner. And you can always tell the true runners because they have the runner's bodies. There's like no body fat on them at all. But I don't think I'm a true runner because I'm in pain the whole time I'm running. Really, like mentally, physically in pain. Mentally, I can't even concentrate on anything but how hard it is. So I'm not even enjoying the scenery or, you know, the camaraderie of everyone doing it. But when I'm walking, my little portions where I walk, I'm enjoying the scenery and I can daydream in my head and listen to my music. But the running part, oh, I really, really admire runners because it is hard work and you have to be really disciplined and you've got to like keep going through the pain. Because I think even for experienced runners, they've got to feel the pain too. It's hard, and I think that's probably why they do it, because it's a challenge, right? They're challenging themselves, not just physically, but mentally. It's a mental thing just to keep going 1 foot in front of the other for miles and miles, right? So I think I'm going to stick to the walking and try hiking, stuff like that. But I'll continue to do the same run every year that I do with my friends, but I'm done for this year. So there you have it. But if you've never signed up for a race and you're even a little bit curious or interested, even if you're a walker, you should do it, definitely. There's something about being out there with all these other people trying to do the same goal as you for whatever reason. And there's all kinds of different people. That's what I like. There's elderly people, there's young kids, there's overweight people, there's fit people, it's amazing. It was funny because when you start running in the race, or for me, jogging and then walking, you all kind of start off in the beginning, you know, running. And then little by little, the slow people like me start walking. And then you kind of are in competition with whatever group or couple or person that's near you kind of through the whole race. They're like your pacer. You don't want them to beat you. And at one point, I passed in the beginning this elderly man. I'm not kidding. He had to be in his 70s with like a hip thing. He was bent over, walking with a hip problem. Heck of old, but he was going. He was moving like this. He was with his hip. By the end of the race, I noticed he was passing me. So I was like, oh, hell no. So that's what kept me going. Like, okay, I got to run again. Because I could hear him walking. He was kind of stomping his foot behind me every time he came up. So then I would start running again. And then another part of the race, I saw an elderly couple. The husband had a cane, a walking cane. Oh, sorry, I can't stand up. A walking cane. And the wife was holding his arm, you know, hooked through like couples do. And they were just walking it. And they were ahead of me. I eventually passed them, but they just went at a steady walk with the cane and the wife holding the husband. It was the sweetest thing I've seen. So you see things like that, and it really gets you motivated. You see really heavy set people who are just, you can tell they're just on a mission. And it's amazing. It's like this cool little community, and everyone is so encouraging and supportive, and people some people cheer you on as you know, as they're on the way back to the finish and you're still the first half. They're cheering you on to keep going. So I really enjoy that part of the race a lot, because everyone is of the same mindset of just doing something healthy, being out there, encouraging each other, and just trying to finish, you know, no matter what place you're in. People just want to finish. And even if you're dead last, you have this huge sense of accomplishment. And then you get your medal, and then they feed you all this unhealthy snacks, I think, so people don't pass out after running all that way. But it's really fun. So like I said, if you're even a little bit interested, don't be afraid. You get caught up in the whole momentum of everyone. There's people walking out there, so you don't have to be worried if you're slow. You just got to stay to the right, just like driving. If you're slow, get to the right, because there are some serious runners coming up the left, and they will run you over, because some people are trying to get like their personal best time, and they don't want anyone in their way. So that was my Saturday. A great end to my week, and I wasn't suffering too bad. I was pretty sore probably for the next day, but I'm good now. And yesterday, Monday, I started off my workout week good, and I went to the gym on my lunch break, and I will go again today and through the rest of the week. That's really the only reason I enjoy going to work right now, is to go to work out on my lunch break. So that's a good thing about work, right? If nothing else. So my weigh-in for yesterday, my weekly week 8 weigh-in, I gained weight. I gained 1.8 pounds. I'm back in the 190s at 191.8. A few weeks ago, I had gotten down to 189.2. So that's not what I'm looking for, but this week I'm not so depressed as I was. I don't know if you saw my video a couple weeks ago. I was really bummed when I gained weight. Here's why. I'm starting to see and feel results of, especially I think the weightlifting, because that's what I primarily do on my lunch break. I do a mile on the treadmill as a warm-up, which can take me anywhere from 14 to 17 minutes depending on my speed. Sometimes I go at a lower speed and a higher incline, like when I really want to work out and burn some calories, but I don't want to run. I will walk at 3.7 miles to 3.8, and then at an 8.0 incline. So I work up a good sweat, and I burn a lot of calories that way, more than I do running. And then on the days that I do walk, I might finish in 14 minutes, and that's at no incline. I don't run at an incline. I can't. I'm just not that advanced at all. I can't stand the running to begin with, and I don't want to add incline to it. No, that would not be fun. So I always do that as a warm-up, the treadmill, and then we get to the weights. And my friend Isela and I, and then Pardeep, when he's there, he's our trainer friend when he comes. He only comes a couple times a week now. But we do, one day of legs, one day of arms, one day of back, one day of shoulders, and one day of abs and core. So yesterday, Isela and I did abs and core. So today we'll probably do legs or arms. So anyway, what I was saying about the weight gain and why it's not bothering me as much this week is because I am seeing some form of results. I see a little bit more of this, the curve in. I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed because, whereas before I started out completely boxy. So this is kind of going in a little bit more. and I see it in my legs, in my thighs. I have a little indentation in my thigh muscle now. Like there's muscle, there's a little bit more definition. I'm gonna have to take pictures or something, excuse me. But I feel it. I feel stronger. I feel less aches and pains because, you know, I'm in my 40s, so I don't know if you guys have them, but I sometimes wake up, you know, with back aches. I have hand pain for some reason. Terrible shoulder pain I've had over the last year, but since I've been working out with the weights, I'm serious. It definitely has helped because I have less shoulder pain, and when I feel it coming on, when I work out, it's not as bad. Here's my dog trying to be all up in the business. On my new white comforter, don't get it dirty. No, she's clean. She's a spoiled house dog. Anyway, say hi, Stony. Stony. Okay. Ah, good girl. So, I am seeing and feeling the effects of the weight training, and like I said in a previous video, this is the first time in my life I've really been doing the weight training, the strength training, and I like it. I never thought I would. I always in my mind kind of thought weight training is kind of a waste of time. I just need to do cardio to lose weight, but as I'm getting older, I know I've heard many times that I need to start doing weights, and I am, and I like it. I'm just not doing as much cardio as I think I need to, and I don't have enough time on my lunch break. I only have an hour lunch, so like I said, 15 or so minutes of warm up on the treadmill, and then we're doing the weights, and then we got to head back to the office and change and pat down the sweat because I come back so sweaty, but I don't care. I don't care if I'm sitting at my desk all stinky. I'm trying to get in shape. So I think I'm gonna have to start going to the gym after work a few times a week to make up and do more cardio. So I'm thinking an additional 45 minutes of cardio after work 3 times a week would probably do the trick. And the eating. I have an issue with my eating. Bad. I'm getting it better. I'm still not on point with eating. I'm going to say that right now. And I know I need to work on that. I know what I need to do. I know I need to do the meal preps. I just have been lazy on the weekends, especially the last 2 weeks in a row. I've had those 10K races 2 in a row. So after that, I'm kind of out of commission for the rest of the weekend. And I haven't gone grocery shopping. So I need to do both of those things, grocery shop and do my meal preps. And I think then I'll be on point. I do really good at work. It's just when I get home, it's not like I'm binge eating. I just cheat here and there and here and there, and then I know it adds up. I know it is. It is definitely, most definitely, because I'm not losing weight. And even though I know I'm gaining muscle, and that's why I could be not losing weight or gaining a little weight, I know that with the strength training, I still want to see those numbers on the scale, right? We still want to see the numbers. So like I said, this week I was 191.8. Last week I was 190. The week before, I think I was 190. And then before that, I was 189.2. And I was so happy to be out of the 190s. So I need to get back to that. So here's to hard work and getting back there. And I'm really excited about the results I am seeing and mostly feeling. And for some reason, I feel more confident, even though I've barely lost any weight. You know, I've lost, 91, 92, 3, 4, 5, 6. The total of about 7 pounds, 6 pounds. Not a lot, but I feel better, and I like that feeling. So I'm going to keep going, even though it's slow progress. I'm not going to give up. We can't give up. The time's going to pass anyway, right? So we might as well be doing something healthy to try to get in shape like we want. Because I got to say, I went through a bunch of my pictures yesterday. I was looking for all the races I've done, especially with my friend Isela. We were going through our pictures to figure out when we ran our first race together. And it turns out we ran our first 10K together in 2014. And I was so much skinnier. Oh, let me see if you can see. Hold on. I printed out the pictures They're in black and white. I don't know if you can see. This was my first 5K. Okay? I think this was in 2013. Look, can you see? And here's the funny thing. I remember I was in the 160s. I think I was 165. It's funny, women have this ability to look at a picture and know how much we weighed at that time. I was about 165. That's one. And this is 2014. Can you see? Oh no, that's the same one. Hold on. This is 2014. Can you see me in the middle? I don't know if you, those of you who see me in person know what a difference that is. Anyway, the funny thing is when these pictures were taken, when I was almost 30 pounds lighter than I am right now, I felt fat even then. I felt fat and overweight and not confident. And I signed up for those races originally to motivate myself to get in shape, and I did. I trained really well for those. I felt fat even then. I remember 20-something years ago when I was in my 140s on my wedding day. I felt fat then. That's like almost 40 pounds less than I am now. Isn't that crazy how women do that? We feel fat back in the day when we really weren't even fat, right? And now we're even fatter, and we just want a fraction of lost of what, you know, we used to be. It's just crazy how we have these issues with our weight, and I don't think men have them like we do, but it's kind of sad. And the crazy thing is, if you look at your pictures, you're probably just as beautiful back then as you are right now. We just have this issue with weight, and it sucks. So I'm trying not to concentrate so much on the weight, and I'm trying to concentrate on how I feel, and how I, feel in my clothes. And, I'm not going to be 120 pounds ever again. Let's just face it. And honestly, the thought of that is sickening. I don't think I would want to be. I think I would look sick. So I'm trying to get off of the whole scale, addiction and weighing myself. I haven't been weighing myself every day either. I'm pretty proud of myself, but I've also gained weight, so maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, if you have any advice, feel free to comment, please. And I'm going to show, after I'm done with this little talking thing, you'll see a little bit of what my last week has been like, mostly in the gym. I didn't post a lot of food because, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it this week, the whole vlogging all week long. But I did get a few clips of me at the gym, so you can kind of see what my workout is like. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel already, please consider subscribing. And you can also click on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get notifications whenever I upload a new video, which right now I'm only doing about once a week. I'd like to increase that. I just need to make the time and get more organized. So subscribe, like my videos, and comment. I love comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what your goals are. And let's work at it together, because it's so much easier when you have support and you have an accountability buddy. That helps too. So it keeps you going. So if you need accountability, you can be accountable to me. I'm being accountable to all of you every week. Hopefully next week the numbers will be better, but we'll see. So I gotta get ready to go to work. Actually, I need to eat something real quick. Have a great day. See you soon.
Doing good, T. Some kind of crunches with the ball.
I'm cooking pasta with tomato cream sauce for my babies, my sons, and my nephew, and their friends. I'm eating good though. This is not for me. This is for my boys. Wait, what? Hi. Okay, we just got here. We picked up our race bibs. We're running our 10K, our annual 10K in San Leandro. We run this every year because we're crazy. This is our 4th year in a row.
Yep, 4th year.
And counting.
Yep.
And I hate it every time. Sorry. Okay, we have about 14 minutes until the race starts. There's the starting line. It is freezing out here and a little misty. I hope it doesn't start raining. I just want it to be over. I'll be so happy when it's over. 6.2 miles, pretty soon. Me and my running buddy. We're missing Shirley. She's late, and Patty couldn't make it. That's our normal running squad every week. Okay, the 10K is over. Thank God. Isela was a beast. She left me in the wind. I couldn't even see her white hat anymore at one point. So then I was like, screw it, no pressure. I did it in, I think, an hour and 50. That was really hard. My running days are over for 2019.
Next 220 next year.
2020, but 2019 I'm done running. I hate it. Okay. So funny thing, after the race, this is what they serve us, a bunch of yummy food.
Crap.
There's a bunch of crap to help energize us after that exhausting race. I'm waiting for my It's It. Where's the It's It? That's my favorite. Okay, here we go. It's It time.